Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another lip-smacking episode of Hear It Here with the ever so brilliant Sudhi.
और मैं हूँ सुचित्रा, सुची यानी कि सुची.
जब तुमने ये ऐसे बोला ना सुची, I swear मेरी आत्मा कांप गई मेरी.
हाँ है ना?
हाँ बिल्कुल.
Okay, yeah. So hear it here with Sudhi and Suchi.
But before we get into all that, Suchi, how do you like my t-shirt, yaar?
You are definitely one in a million.
One in a million.
One in a million for sure.
It is beauty.
ये ब्रह्मास्त्र लेके तो आपको मारो.
हाँ नहीं, can't.
Okay.
Calm
Anyway.
down, Suchi. But of course, I have to tell you about Sanjay Dutt. I think it's amazing that he was initially
Baba.
That he was initially detected with cancer and he's now cancer free.
Yeah.
And of course fabulous.
Well done.
And but also good things are happening because he is got 3 huge theatrical releases which are taking place after. Well, not such a great situation on the OTT platform, which was like Bhuj and Sadak 2 and Todbaz.
Yeah.
It seems now that things are kind of falling into place for him.
Oh, good on you.
So he's got 3 films releasing, Suchi. One is called Prithviraj, the other one is called KGF, and the third one I've just forgotten, so let me check.
Okay.
Yes, it's called Shamshera.
Shamshera. Oh, Ranbir Kapoor is in that one. Shamshera. You know, that is another story. But then again, I've been thinking a lot about Aishwarya Rai. We haven't seen her around in a long time.
Yeah, why is that? Because she is such a good actor?
Yeah, and she's been waiting to finish this film with Mani Ratnam called Ponniyin Selvan.
Ah, nice.
But sadly, it has been through a whole bunch of controversies as well as, bad luck, I think, because they were to start shooting and then the first wave happened, lockdown. Then they were to start again and the second wave happened. And now the third wave has happened, yeah. So I hope they don't wave goodbye to Ponniyin Selvan.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. No, I really hope, Aishwarya Rai, we see you more often on the screen very, very soon.
Okay, well done, Suchi. Now, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, are you sure?
No.
Okay, do I have your attention?
Yeah.
Well done then.
Okay.
So Kriti Sanon, Sanon, yes. Suchi has a slew of releases which are going to be taking place. And if you're ready, here we go.
Okay.
So we have Adi Purush with
Prabhas.
Well done. Bachchan Pandey with
Akshay Kumar.
Well done. Ganpat with
Ajay Devgan.
Tiger Shroff.
Oh,
That's okay. You're on a roll. Bhedia with
Varun Dhawan.
Well done. And Shehzade with
Arjun Kapoor.
Kartik Aaryan.
Oh, sorry.
Kartik Aaryan. But
Yes.
that's okay. You still win, Suchi, as always.
Yeah.
Give me that winner smile. Well done.
Yes, so that was a quick round of information about what Kriti Sanon is doing lately. But other than that,
Right.
okay, talking about Salman Khan now, he's always been, this buff guy and, everyone.
But it's commendable though, huh, Suchi? At that age, to maintain that sort of a physicality is amazing.
Yeah, but now he's maintained it for a while, but of late he hadn't been hitting the gym for a while, okay? And this is during Antim, the promotions of Antim, etc., this last film of his. And apparently when he did this live show in Riyadh, people noticed a little belly.
Delhi?
No, a belly.
Okay.
A belly on Salman Khan, and that nobody has ever seen before. So I hope people were thinking that is for a movie, but apparently it's not.
But people could not barely notice only.
Yeah, belly bad, Salman, belly bad.
So Suchi, it's now time that we are going to be having a chat, and we have another person joining us, and I feel he is very talented. He's done a lot of diverse kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He loves theatre.
He loves theatre.
And I'm not talking about myself. So then...
No, we're talking about this gentleman who, of course, has definitely created waves in the industry from all of the work that he has done. And he's an interesting human being. We are talking about Jim Sarbh. Here we go.
Here we go. One in a million.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
And this is somebody who I've had the good fortune to work with, not really directly, but we have worked together in a project. And I'm talking about none other than the very talented Jim Sarbh.
Ta-da-da-da! What did we work on? Made in Heaven.
Yes, honey.
Yes.
How are you
I was
doing?
thinking, did we also do a play or something? But no, I don't think so. Not even a reading.
A reading maybe for
Kaizad.
Kaizad maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
This is such a stimulating conversation.
Yes, right?
Yeah, you of course. Yeah. Which audition did you go?
I saw you at Aramnagar for that chewing gum audition.
I see everybody in Aramnagar. I mean, Robert De Niro will be in Aramnagar soon.
That's
Yeah,
true.
seriously speaking,
But good to have you on the show, Jim.
Good to have you on the show, Jim. What's this year?
Yeah, I know. Want to say hi to her as
Hello.
well. Yeah.
Yes, please.
What's this year been like for you? What's it been like for you?
So just a few days ago, I texted my manager being like, find out from all the projects what I can talk about. To which I received blanket no's for everything, including Made in Heaven season 2. And I'm like, everybody knows we're shooting Made in Heaven season 2. So what are they saying no to me about? They post on their Instagram every 3 days that they're shooting Made in Heaven season 2.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal is, but everyone wants to be super secretive about it. But what I can tell you is a lot of the year has gone in either prep or actual shoot for Rocket Boys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Looking
forward to that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Which is this series for Sony Live, and it's about Homi Bhabha and Vikram Sarabhai.
Right.
And their kind of friendship. And they tried to shoot both seasons.
Oh, wow.
Together.
Wow.
So, and the characters go from 30, 32 until about 60, 62.
Wow.
And so it's a bit, it's been a bit,
Taxing. Yeah.
Morning, you're doing some scene for where your character is 32 years old, then you quickly go and change into a fat suit and prosthetics and gray your hair and quickly do one little scene over here, and then you take it all off and then you do another scene. It's like, so it's been, and it's it's really creatively satisfying, but hard work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hindi, and then not just Hindi, but like technical Hindi. So talking about uranium and talking about, nuclear reactors and what this means for the future of the country, and and all of these kinds of things. So it's felt like, even though it's just not been true, there haven't been that many days out of the year dedicated to it, but it's felt like the whole year has been Rocket Boys.
But
because even on the days off leading up to things, I have to be prepping lines. The director is quite young. Him and the DOP are gonna just absolutely go places after this.
That's amazing.
After this web series, it's clear as day. They both are.
awesome.
They both are fantastic, and but they both are also young, and so quite open to
ideas and
major collaboration. Completely changing the blocking. Really talking it out before and trying to figure out the best way to.
That's always
tell the story.
Jim. I mean, as an actor,
yeah.
it's always very encouraging if that sort of a collaboration starts to take place.
Absolutely. Of course, it's just the best. It's the best. Because if you feel like your voice matters to the people that you're dealing with, you want to come with more ideas and more ideas and more ideas. However, now it's a bit like, okay, where do I stand? What do I say?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I've been seeing you every day. I can't deal with this anymore. And
but Jim, theatre being one of your major loves, we know about Constellations, which was running to packed houses, and your new
monologue.
Your new monologue, that's
Seawall,
right?
Seawall,
So
right as things were starting to kind of open up a bit more, and the director Bruce Guthrie at the NCPA, he was very nervous about bringing people in, and it was very strict, the protocols back then. They're still strict now on sets, but back then it was very, 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 very strict. And I think they released it on Book My Show in January, as kind of, you can pay to download the stream of it. I had done 2 shows of that the year before, only 2 shows. That was very nerve-wracking because we finished Constellations, I think, on Tuesday. And I had to do these shows on Sunday. and I had to learn a 14-page monologue in these like 4 days or 5 days.
Wow.
Which was nerve-wracking. I've never been more nervous going onto a stage in my life. I was like, I'll have to ask. I might have to call for line.
Right.
I might have to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. When you do theatre, that's one of the main things. No, sometimes you just can't help it.
Yeah, and you have like
go
these
blank.
brain
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. You can't help it. No matter how well, I've been doing a play for 23 years, and there are still points where, sometimes that, oh God, why? But I'm just, forgetting. But then again, you have the other co-actor who can bring you back.
Yes.
But this is nerve-wracking. Who's going to bring you back, Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
But exciting.
So he didn't see the play. He was just sat there with the script, just going line by line to make sure that like if I needed line, he was on it.
Right.
I don't know how well the play did or anything of the stream, but it's just a gorgeous play. It's so well written. It's so, it's one of those things where sometimes you get a script and you're like, oh, okay, how can we make this work? How do we, change little words here and then, make it sound a bit more natural. Then, of course, in the performance, you'll add the ahs and the ums and the changes of thoughts. Just now it's written very expositional. Nobody greets somebody by being like, hi, Sudhi, chairman of the whatever, but no one says that, when they say hello to people. So things like that. Whereas this one, it's like, I want to understand the reason behind all of this punctuation, because it'll only help my performance. It'll only help if I get through this whole sentence without pausing, because it's a 6-line sentence with no punctuation. It means I have to just power through it. And that'll do something to me. That'll make me breathless. That'll make me anxious. That'll make me all kinds of things. It'll make me if I actually achieve it. If I actually can achieve each sentence, one breath, change of thought at a comma, end of sentence at a full stop,
Yeah.
When back in the day, Jim, I mean, of course, the fact that you did travel as a child because of your father's,
I mean, back in the day, 2 years old. Yeah.
No, I mean,
done their research.
Of course, you were settled in Australia for some time, then you moved back, you studied here in Bombay, and then, of course, you went back to study psychology back in the States, and that's where probably the theater aspect kicked off, or maybe earlier, I don't know. But did that in a way kind of shape a lot of things, the nuances and everything that you tend to kind of bring out in your performances at an early age, having an exposure to various different cultures, maybe people, stuff like that?
Has it made it easier for your job?
I don't know how it's affected my job, but it's funny, I was just talking to someone about this, that they were talking about how they've never felt Bombay is home. They're from Delhi.
Sure.
They've come to Bombay and they've just never felt it's home. And they're in Delhi now and they're feeling more this sense of like homeness.
Sure.
Yes.
And I don't feel that anywhere.
Nice.
I mean, I not only, and I don't think it's a bad thing at all, because it's like, oh, I'm in Bombay now. This is my home. Oh, I'll be in the States one day, maybe. That'll be my home. When I was in Sydney, that was my home. Home is where I am. It's not a concept related to a place. It's more a feeling that you can create with relationships, I suppose.
Probably what you embrace, probably wherever you are.
Maybe. I don't know. But that is how I feel. That's honestly how I feel. Foreigner and
A traveler.
Like I don't really. It's both. It's like it's Kanabadosh, maybe a good way to express it. Like the home is on my back, so I always feel like a foreigner, and I always feel at home.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's good. That also brings us to one aspect of Jim Sarbh, which is probably you're very comfortable with just being by yourself. It's not loneliness, but you're okay with a loneliness, right? You seem to be that sort of a person. Yeah, you
Sometimes.
don't have to be surrounded by people and all, which Bollywood is a lot about. All of the yes men and the the numerous people always around. You've not been of that stance, right? In the industry, you've never been one like that.
So far, no.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows?
Bringing in a little bit of Bollywood, you've worked with some of the big stars, etc. Your take on Bollywood for the experiences that you've had up to now. What is your take? Do you think you've been given, there's so much more that you have to do, Jim, yes, but up to now, the stuff that you've done, have you been given your due, you think?
Especially, I mean, you coming from very strong roots in theatre.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Hello!
Mimi.
Mimi, hello, Mimi.
That's perfect.
What a shot.
That's just perfect.
Through the tail.
Yes.
Yeah, especially you're talking about aloneness and everything. There she is.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Mimi, what are you doing?
I like, yeah,
That's
that
adorable.
was just, yeah.
My take. Let me just quickly check my notes. Bollywood is amazing, and I have had a brilliant experience working with all the stars that I ever have. They are so friendly and inclusive, and I feel my due has been given manifold.
With the passion and emotion that you actually narrate. Yes,
really amazing.
It's so real.
But any skirmishes?
I love all the Bollywood actors equally. Nepotism does not even exist.
Nice
What was I
one.
saying? But even I'm tired of even hearing it, the word, I can imagine they are all tired, but even I'm tired. And when people ask me about it, it's like, man, I don't want to talk about it anymore. This is like 5 years ago, now it's done.
But I mean, I find the entire argument to be fairly ludicrous in a way that, I mean, there are people in various different vocations who do
a businessman's son would get into the business.
Yeah, the only thing.
Talk so much about
it. Exactly.
My take is very simple. The only thing on that is the fact that if you're actually doing something, at least learn the skill set or at least learn the craft or whatever it could be.
Yeah.
It's like, somebody saying the other day, somebody said this to me that, I said, dude, a guy who's a lawyer, comes from a lawyer's family, cannot suddenly bring his son if his son is not studying law.
Exactly. If he hasn't passed the bar exam, he can't be in the thing. So, standards and protocols and all S&Ps for who should be an actor. And it's not even, it's just none of my business, frankly. I just don't care. I just want to act and try to be in more interesting things and get bigger, meatier roles. Because the truth is, since Nirja, I've not gotten a role in a commercial film that's as impactful.
Yes. Yes.
Like in Nirja, there's a huge impact my character plays directly upon the way the story unfolds.
Of course. True.
And in other things, it's often then it became a villain situation. The films became bigger, but the roles impact itself upon just how the plot moves forward became lesser.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes sometimes, and that's okay. I'm really looking forward to Rocket Boys because it really is about the two of us, Sarbh and Homi Baba. There are other things which, as I've said, I'm not allowed to talk about. But there are a good amount of things. Oh, there's one with you. And Suchi, there's one with you. And
Yes, there is.
Wow. That's our second one. Yeah.
That was just so illuminating what you just did.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there's one with you. Oh.
Netflix.
Fabulous.
Yes. Soon. Oh,
secrets. All secrets. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, I kind of like the idea of not speaking about your work until after it's out. But they do promotions where it's before and it's like, tell us about your character. It's like, why don't you just wait 4 days, watch it. Yeah. And then if you like it, call me, let's do an interview then. If you don't like it, please don't call me just to tell me that it's shit,
Jim, the director, you have directed stuff, okay, and then to be an actor in front of other directors, be it on the theater stage or be it in front of the camera. Are you of the opinion? Are you're somebody with very strong opinions when it comes to that? And how is that when it comes to offbeat kind of cinema or whatever, when you're dealing with directors there, or the run-of-the-mill Bollywood directors? Do you have a chance to open your mouth and actually say your piece or not?
Bull was the one that you directed, right, Jim, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, I directed Bull and I directed a version of Cock, all by the same writer, actually. Right. Great writer. Really, really good. Again, a person with just such an ear for dialogue and for, again, punctuation. I know I'm making a big deal about punctuation, but I love punctuation, good punctuation. Yeah, it's just brilliant. Like if he wants it to be, if he wants you to take a pause, he'll put a I, comma, I, I was saying, let's say, but sometimes he doesn't put the comma in between. So you have to be like, what's the sentence? I can't even remember, but it was just like, so there I was on the couch, it's clear that you're changing you're changing to a lie without taking the pause, which means that you're rushing through the sentence. So then I fell asleep on the couch.
Right.
As opposed to, so then I fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
It's just a different, and he's just great with that stuff. Do I get to open my mouth? I feel that I open my mouth more than I should. Oh no, that's not true. Probably the right amount for me. Mm-hmm. I have opinions. I like to state them. I like to give them. I love when they are listened to, and I feel sad when they are not. I feel then I feel, why have you cast me if you don't care at all about my take on the character? I generally have this opinion, it's not always true, but I generally have the opinion that it's impossible for you, the director, or you, the costume designer, or you, the props designer, to have thought as much about my character as I have, because you have to think about the whole world. You have to think about the props for all of them. You have to think about the costumes for all of them. So there's no way that you could have thought about it with the same amount of detail that I probably have, simply because you have other things to do. Then of course it becomes like, what can be changed? What can't be changed? Is there a way to get your point across without stepping on the other person's process? Because they also have a process, and they also don't want to feel that their process is being disregarded or ignored or any of those things. So I always feel it's nice to find a balance. And if the director likes me, usually we can discuss
changes
a lot. And then sometimes I have to watch him then deal with bad suggestions from other people, because they're like, oh, if he's talking, then we also have ideas, or whatever. And then I'll just be sitting on the side, like listening to him be like, yeah, okay. That's a good idea, but let's just go with the line I wrote, because and then or good ones or whatever, and it's interesting. I watch also other actors that maybe have been emboldened by the fact that the director seems very collaborative, which is a plus for him, then come and say things that I'm like, you're not realizing that is insulting. He wrote those lines. If you come in and you say something like, we need to make it interesting, like the director is gonna feel not good, the writer director, it's gonna happen. Like, you have to find a way always to diplomatically get your point across, but not that I am always diplomatic, but I think I've just, maybe from being a director or from, trying my hand at writing things as well, you kind of understand that someone has taken time and thought and effort to come up with whatever this is. So you coming in and being like, it's not interesting, is not going to go in your favor. Like, provide alternatives. Come with, hey, I see what you're trying to do with this line. I was considering,
Something,
this, or okay, I get that the point of the scene is my character is uninterested, but if I keep saying I'm uninterested, then it's seeming like the lady doth protest too much. Instead, just be uninterested. Just don't say anything, just say, yeah, okay, for sure. Whatever.
Yeah.
Speaks
Right.
volumes and so encouraging as far as this interview is concerned.
Yeah.
No, okay, but I always wanted to, speak with you about this. After having seen a lot of your performances, and I think they were brilliant.
Sorry. Last thing. So, in some cases, the person will be like, "Great." Like I remember one scene with I was supposed to like come up and peek in on Ranveer and
Deepika.
Aditi Rao Hydari. Yeah. No. I barely had a scene with Deepika. I don't think we had a single scene in the whole film. But it was the two of them together, and I'm supposed to come and kind of peek in on them. And I was just looking at the area, and then he calls me suddenly, and I'm like, oh shit, because I've been peeping, right? So then there's this like lion or a tiger outside. There were two tigers on either side flanking the like bedroom.
Right.
And my character, whatever. And so I had put my hand in one of the lion's mouth, just as I was kind of walking around and looking at things, and I put my hand in the lion's mouth. Weirdly, because I am peeping on their private moment. So it's like this weird extra little thing. So I put my hand in the lion's mouth for no real reason. And he saw me do it, and he was like, okay. And then when he calls me, I do this weird like pop back and then run around. Yes, so whatever. And I run all the way around and I come back in, and he just kind of liked it. And so we went with it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas there are other directors that see all of this stuff and they think it's too much, or they don't think it's right, or they're like, no, it's going to complicate my shot taking, and take it out, just simple.
Right.
Like you get up, you pop up and you run in, and so
okay.
Then again, infinity is on the head of a pen. So even within that new structure, you can still bring things that you wanted to bring in your hand in the lion's mouth, weird masturbation moment.
Right,
you can still bring things from that to this new. You just have to be ready to
accept,
not get too hurt by it. Yeah.
I, of course, was asking you this a little while back, which was, of course, do you feel, Jim, that it's very important for an actor to constantly be on a journey of trying to discover himself as a person? Do you feel that that's a very important aspect to especially this skill set?
Yes, I think that introspection will always only help you.
Yeah.
The more you know about how you actually feel in circumstances, not the base emotion, not anger, not like sadness, not be happy, not, make it brighter, which is a lot of the direction that we get sometimes.
Yes.
If you actually know how you feel in similar situations, which is maybe there's a flush of shame first, followed by a kind of irritation that somebody is making you feel ashamed, followed by, then a kind of
the layers.
Kind of jealousy, and then also anger, and because the fact of the matter is people are feeling all of these things. You see it flash across their faces at times. However, later if you speak to them, it's like, yes, I was angry, or oh, I was a bitch, or oh, I was an asshole, or it's not taking into account the breadth of emotions that there are. And I think with men particularly, we are taught to believe that we have simpler emotional range than women, or in general, which I don't think is true at all. I think it's just as complicated. We just don't verbalize it. We don't pay attention to it. We don't really pay attention to it.
Right.
So I think that can only, of course, introspection can only help. And of course, discovering who you, I mean, you know it, right? You watch a movie where you see an actor and you're like, your life experience is other movies. It's clear.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And then there are other times you watch a movie and you're like, this is a full person. I don't know how they've done this. But this is a person that has so many things going on inside of them. And that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. So getting to know yourself better can only help you. Do you get caught up in like the basic stuff? Yes, often. And it's hard.
Speaking about the basic stuff when it comes to, movies, etc., and you are part of that world, when was the first time, you realized that, wow, people are noticing me? What was like your first experience?
So I was like 16 and I was walking no,
how was that feeling?
I'm pretty sure you're going to definitely punctuate that answer and punctuate the shit out of that answer. But yeah.
So I no, I don't know what to say.
No, you're obviously somebody, Jim, who just, that's all part and parcel of it. It's not what it's about.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, that's very obvious to anybody. But, that first time when
I just thought it would come, I didn't think it would not come. I just thought it was going to come.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I don't want to sound presumptuous or...
No, fair enough. Yeah. But how approachable are you to your fans, etc.? When you...
It totally depends on my mood. My God, I'm completely mercurial in terms of that. Like some days it'll be, oh yeah, please. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Other days, if I'm like, no, I really don't want to take the photo, then I really don't want to take the photo. And then I mean, no amount of cajoling. It's only going to make me more and more irritated moment to moment,
Sudhi has seen that about me. Me and Jim share the same birthday, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's
nice. Right.
August 27th,
That's right.
He's seen bits of that with
crankiness,
me. Crankiness, but it's generally when I don't get food.
Yeah, Jim, it's weird, man. It's seriously weird.
We get so scared.
We are petrified. Like there are like announcements made that please ma'am.
Arey Suchi aa rahi hai, jaldi paratha le aao yaar studio mein.
Yeah,
things. Yeah. But yeah, of course, that's all. It's all part and parcel of the process. But
No, but I'm late. It depends on. It's all about the approach. It's all about how the person approaches me. If I feel that, like, if I'm busy or I'm doing something or my hands are dirty and I'm eating or I'm mid-bite or I'm in the way to the bathroom, it's like, if your needs trump my needs so much, I don't like you. Leave me alone.
Basic courtesy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. And there's sometimes an entitlement about it that bothers me, but then I'm always told, no, forget it. They don't know, they don't know what they're doing. They're just excited. They aren't realizing. But there's something about like, hey, bro, I need a photo with you. It's like, no, you don't.
I agree completely.
No, you don't need one at all. Like, go yourself. Yeah, exactly. Don't talk to me like that. You talk to people like this, strangers, people you admire. I would never talk to somebody that I wanted a photo with so rudely. Never, ever. Good God. I would wait for them to finish. And then I would make a very polite request. And even that, I would feel a bit embarrassed that I'm probably
encroaching
on their time,
Yes.
And then it's like, the person is putting the arm around me. I haven't even said yes, man. Get out. And I've seen people and my friends, even, in the beginning would be like, oh my God, what is he doing? And it's like, yeah, but you haven't had someone come and put their arm around you and stop you from walking forward to take a photo. I don't think that's right. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Makes sense.
Since you mentioned friends, coming to the other side of Jim, Sarbh, is what do you like when you're off screen? What is it that you do when you have time to yourself?
For that matter,
yeah.
What helps you in terms of maybe that introspection aspect, Jim? Could it be reading? Could it be sport? I don't know.
Do you play sport?
I do play sports actually. Yeah. Football, basketball. I'll play almost any sport. If somebody's playing, I'll quite happily join. Yeah. Nice. I'm not that good at all of them, but like with Rocket Boys, a running theme has been the hotels that we've been staying at have table tennis tables. So we have had epic tournaments, like 2-day tournaments. Everyone plays each other, and then like scoring systems, and then the top three, play for like first, second, third place, and
Yeah.
like proper, So table tennis has been a lot of fun lately. I love playing football. I'll play football whenever I can. We recently played.
I'll play football with you whenever you want to. I used to play football. Like seriously, I used to play football. Like played nationals and stuff like that in the past.
Brilliant. There's that all-stars football team. Come and play. God, we need the help.
I'll come for sure whenever you want.
Oh, brilliant.
Just need to let me know when and where or whatever, and
We play Sundays, usually 6 to 8. So I'll add you to the group. Yeah,
it will be amazing. Yeah.
Brilliant. So them, and then there are little just regular games like at St. Andrews 5-on-5, at the turf park.
Nice. More like football.
What about music? Is that an integral part of your life?
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, I love music.
An instrument you sing?
Just immediate for me mood changer, like immediate. I can
for that matter.
get into the whatever the mood of the song is, like very, very fast, and it can just take me. And of course, sometimes if my mood is not that mood, then you won't play that music. But if I'm allowing it to, I'll just go straight into or like, oh my God, life is awful and love is fleeting. And
do you play an instrument or do you sing?
No, I sing very badly, and I do not play instruments at all. I've had to try to learn the violin for Homi Baba because he was
something else that you'd like to tackle. Because supposing a job comes up where you have to play,
character,
that would that would help, right? If
I had to for the Homi Baba try to learn the violin, but it is freaking hard.
It's very hard.
Really hard.
God. And I kept being like, director, please pick songs that are easy enough, He kept picking like Vivaldi strings, which is one of the hardest ones to play imaginable.
Strings, don't break those strings, Jim.
Yeah. So, I did the lessons, but then realizing like how hard it was to play absolutely anything. But I've gotten just the posture and the basic understanding of how you bow and how you move your fingers. But those guys, I mean, it's years and years and years of practice.
You know what?
So easy hand.
Exactly. You know what? I used to find that very upsetting, Jim. When earlier, remember in like cinema earlier in Hindi cinema, either that was happening or an actor would just hold a guitar and
just not strike.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Do that again. That was fun. And I was like, for God's sakes, it takes not more than maybe 2 days. Can you just at least get the basic stance and the posture or whatever?
Yeah. But violin takes more than that. Even to get just the basics. I did quite a few. I did many months of lessons before. But like you're still on the basics, like getting to the point of even playing Happy Birthdays. I love music, but unfortunately, my ear is not like properly trained. So it's very instinctive. It's like if I did, like I was doing singing lessons also last lockdown, and it's very like, I think this is it. And they're like, yeah, this is it. Can you not hear that this is it? And I'm like, I think this is it. And they're like, no, we're telling you, yeah, that's right. You've hit the right pitch. Just, go to the next scale or whatever. And it's like, it's very tentative, my musical
journey till now.
Alliance, whatever. But I would love if I could, if there was a single profession on earth that if I got extremely, if I could sing really well, I would quit acting.
Suchi does.
Yeah.
Truly, yes, she's truly beautiful as far as singing.
Yeah, you haven't heard my music.
She's sometimes. Quite brilliant in terms of her albums and stuff that she's done in the past. Quite amazing stuff.
Oh, brilliant! I'd love to hear.
Sometime. But
I would quit acting if I could sing well. I would join a band immediately. Acting gone out. This is a straight, direct channel to God. You know what I mean? Like, why?
Most definitely.
So true.
It is, literally.
Why wait for somebody's lines and then like blocking and all of that shit? Just get on stage and sing.
Amy came to say goodbye because, but thank you, Jim. This has been a fabulous chat. Thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
time out to be with Here with Sudhi and
Suchi.
But yeah, it's been
And
great
Mimi,
fun.
of course.
And Mimi. And
Mimi.
Good here with me. We really enjoyed the fact that earlier on Mimi had mooned us.
Hi, Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi. You showed your ass to the world.
Exactly.
Mimi doesn't care. Mimi was like, I don't
Oh,
care.
was
And
that
Mimi's like, I'm not worried about all these
that like
human
and
emotions.
stuff like that?
Yeah, it's like,
by
"Arey
Jim
yaar,
and
just Mimi,
everything.
come up, jump here."
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're talking about acting. Mimi, quickly.
But Jim, thank you so much for being on our show. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
very
no
best.
problem.
It's been a
Honestly.
pleasure. It's been a
And
pleasure.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
a lot of
hope
fun.
you had fun as much as we did.
I
And
did.
yeah, and
Suchi, send me Sudhi's number to get on the group.
Sure,
For
looking
sure,
forward
for sure.
to it.
Yeah.
Really looking.
take care and lots of love and all the very best for everything that's coming up, Jim. Loads of love.
Bye,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye, sweetheart.
Godspeed and all that, my man.
Those
Yes.
Goodbye.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Suchi, so much fun talking to this guy, man.
Yeah, really, Jim, Sarbh, way to go, man. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, it was amazing fun. Thanks, man, and Godspeed to you.
Yeah, now talking about my very first co-star, Saif Ali Khan.
अरे दिल चाहता है यार.
अरे मेरा दिल चाहता है कि Saif Ali Khan always progresses and has so much success, and I'm sure that he is going to, because he's doing so much work, you know. The fact that Saif is now being doing a lot of these two hero projects. Every time there is a two hero project, all of these heroes not only want to beef up their body, but
Especially
their
when
acting
it comes
chops.
to them being probably in the same scenes.
In the same
or-
scenes,
yeah.
etc., confrontation scenes,
Yeah,
etc.
exactly.
Now, Saif has been part of a few movies that are coming up.
Huh.
One knows that he tried to beef up even more than Prabhas in Adipurush.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there is also in Tanaji.
Tanaji was, yes,
That's another one
Ajay
when he was,
Devgan, yes.
with Ajay Devgan.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we also know about Tiger Shroff, Hrithik Roshan,
Right.
other two heroes.
In the face-off in that
In
film
War.
called War, right.
I mean, muscles were rippling
Yes.
all across the screen in that one.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the Saif apparently now is doing this film Vikram Veda, which has been directed by Gayatri Pushkar.
Right, well done,
and,
Suchi.
yes, and Vikram Veda has also got who in it?
I think it has got Hrithik Roshan in it.
Correct, Sudhi, correct.
कभी-कभी हो जाता है.
Huh. So, Hrithik Roshan and Saif were last seen together about 20 years ago in this film, Na Tum Jano Na Hum. That is not the song from the film, but
Haan,
I
fair
just couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Na Tum Jano Na Hum.
Come back, Suchi, come back, please.
Na Tum Jano Na Hum.
You look like a Stevie Wonder version.
Sorry. Yeah. Na Tum Jano Na Hum
Haan.
was 20 years ago.
Okay.
And now we will see them in Vikram Veda.
They have apparently also shot their individual scenes. That has already happened in North India and Abu Dhabi. And now they are waiting, all of them, so that they can find a good, safe location given the times that we are living in.
Yeah.
So that now they can shoot together.
Yes, Saif, come on, Saif. Whether it's the body or it's the acting chops, come on. And if none of that works, I've got this. I'll go and I'll poke Hrithik Roshan for you, okay? Hrithik Roshan. Once more, Hrithik Roshan.
But I thought of this, Suchi.
There we go. Sudhi doing his favorite step of Hrithik
I
Roshan.
thought of this.
Yeah.
Which is that during the pandemic, Saif will forever be safe. Safe.
Moving swiftly on.
मुझे कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा सुची.
हाँ, क्योंकि flashback होने वाला है.
अच्छा, फिर ठीक है.
That music was from the song कर्ज, which starred
What an amazing.
Rishi Kapoor. Now,
Absolutely.
Rishi Kapoor, I'm going to tell you some news about his
God
son.
rest his soul. Fabulous
What a
actor.
fabulous actor. What a fabulous actor. And following in his footsteps, Ranbir Kapoor.
Yes.
Now, Ranbir Kapoor apparently, before he became this big star, he's been brought up really well by his parents.
Very important, I
Yeah,
think, Suchi.
not as the son
So like
of
a
star.
spoiled brat or whatever.
Not at all like
Yeah.
that. He was made to, go through the grind. And he apparently, used to take his mother out for lunch
nice.
on his salary when he was assistant director.
He'd
on-
like save money and take his mom out.
assistant director on the film Black, believe it or not, the one with Amitabh Bachchan
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay.
Rani Mukherjee.
Oh.
So he took his mum out to just eat around the corner. There was a
Yeah,
restaurant
yeah,
in
yeah.
Bandra.
Still is, by the way.
Still, I think it's called something
It's
else.
changed now,
Then
the
again,
name,
so he took her for lunch there. And
I like the
apparently-
fact that we were plugging in the restaurant. Shayad free khana mil jaye. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. So there used to be lunch for 100 rupees flat.
Ah,
So you had
nice.
to go and fill up a plate, and you would see Neetu Singh and Ranbir Kapoor standing in line with their plate. to fill it up because Ranbir was paying with his salary.
That's so sweet.
That's very sweet. So he's really had a solid upbringing.
It's very important. It makes you a man.
And
by the
apparently,
end
when
of
he
the
was going to the States,
Right.
he was complaining because he's so tall, etc. He was complaining that his feet don't fit
Legs, apparently.
in the leg room in the thing.
Because
and one
it
would have
was
thought,
in economy.
in economy. So he must have thought that my parents will put me in business class
right.
or first class or
Right,
whatever. But
right.
no. Nah, beta, nah.
Nah.
Neetu said, nah, beta,
Nah,
nah.
beta.
I care about you, so I will just get you an aisle seat instead.
What a loving, caring mother.
Yes, loving, caring father also.
Yes.
Used to make him go in auto rickshaws and see to it that that's how he reached his
It's
job.
so
etc.
important, na, Suchi?
I think it's very, very important. That's why Ranbir Kapoor is such a grounded, fine actor because he's
Absolutely.
seen everything about life, not only, silver spoon type of life. So,
Good on him. Yeah.
Good on him. Good on him. Ranbir Kapoor, I'm waiting for Brahmastra.
Yeah, Suchi, can you stop scaring everyone with that constantly?
Brahmastra.
Okay, so it's that time of the show now that Suchi, we are not going to keep poking fun at people.
Yes.
We're going to say bye-bye. From where?
We are going to say bye-bye from Here It Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
That was the reason why I gave it to you.
देखिए अब तो वक्त आ गया है कि हम गुड बाय कहें आपसे और तो इस वक्त हम टाटा कहते हैं लेकिन वापस आएंगे एक और एपिसोड के साथ हियर इट हियर विद ये बंदर सुची और वो बंदर सुची के साथ
Here it here with Sudhi and Suchi.